Hey there, Bob just bought a $15 avocado slicer. And he doesn't even eat avocados. And that's not even the worst part. The worst part? He's got a drawer full of these life hacks that have saved him exactly $0 and maybe cost him his will to live. But today, Bob's turning over a new leaf. A crispy, crunchy, cost-cutting leaf. Because we're about to go through 50 frugal living tips that actually work. Not just the stuff that sounds good on a Pinterest board. And trust me, if Bob can do it, literally anyone can. Let's get into it. Tip hash 1, the 30-second delay rule. Before Bob buys anything non-essential online, he now has to stand up, walk to the kitchen, drink a glass of water, and say out loud, "Do I really need this?" You'd be amazed how many $39 impulse buys die right there. Half the time he forgets what he was even looking at. Congrats, Bob, you just saved dinner money. Tip hash 2, reuse Ziploc bags like a Depression era. Grandma Bob used to toss his sandwich bag like a Rockefeller. Now he rinses them, dries them on a spaghetti spoon, and reuses them like they're made of gold foil. Boom, less plastic waste, and no need to keep buying new ones every week. Tip hash 3, the grocery store pre-game ritual. Here's what Bob does before grocery shopping. Eats a snack, makes a list, and swears an oath not to walk down the cookie aisle. Shopping hungry =, buying with your stomach, not your wallet. He used to drop $40 a trip on random snacks. Now, under $20. And no regret Oreos. Tip hash 4, the light switch smackdown. Bob now turns off the lights like it's a competitive sport. If the sun's out, the lights are off. If he's leaving a room for 30 seconds, lights off. His electric bill dropped by 15% and he gained the reflexes of a ninja. Tip hash 5, cancel the just-in-case subscriptions. Bob had a meditation app, 2 forgotten trial memberships, and something called Whale Sounds Plus. Gone. If you haven't used it in 30 days, you don't need it. Set a calendar reminder to audit subscriptions once a month. Tip hash 6, make coffee at home, but make it fancy. Bob used to spend $5 a day at the coffee shop. Now he bought a French press, a cute mug, and some cinnamon powder. Total cost, $20. Vibe level, barista. Spending, down $1,800 a year. Tip hash 7, learn the art of the oops meal. The oops meal is when you throw together whatever you have and pretend it's a new recipe. Bob once made tacos out of scrambled eggs, frozen broccoli, and hot sauce. Not only did he survive, he thrived. Tip hash 8, share streaming services legally. Of course, Bob's cousin has Netflix, he's got Disney Plus. Boom, swap. No one needs 7 services. Pick 1 or 2, then trade with friends or family. Everyone wins, except HBO Max. Sorry, HBO Max. Tip hash 9, library cards are basically superpowers. Free books, free movies, free audiobooks, free internet. Bob discovered his library has tools you can rent too. He got a sewing machine and a drill, and all it cost him was walking there and pretending he reads Tolstoy. Tip hash 10, embrace the ugly produce movement. Bob now buys apples that look like they've had a rough week. They taste the same but cost half as much. Sometimes stores even discount bananas with freckles. Ugly fruit = beautiful savings. Tip hash 11, batch cook like it's meal prep Olympics Sunday night. Bob becomes chef frugal. He makes 4 days of lunches in one go. No more grabbing $12 burritos because he forgot to cook. Plus, his fridge looks like he's got his life together. Tip hash 12, buy OB, bring your own bag and water bottle. Reusable bags =, lower grocery costs in places with bag fees. Refillable bottle =, no more $2 drinks on the go. Also, Bob's bottle has a sticker that says liquid cash. Tip hash 13, use cash envelopes for spending. Bob puts $100 in a fun money envelope every month. When it's empty, fun's over. No guilt, no surprise charges, just honest old-school budgeting. Tip hash 14, master the wait for it rule. If it's over $50, Bob waits 3 days. If he still wants it, he buys it, guilt-free. Most times, he forgets. Turns out, patience is cheaper than Prime. Tip hash 15, fix before you replace. Bob's blender broke. He YouTubed how to fix it with a paperclip and dental floss. Worked. And now he feels like MacGyver with smoothies. Tip hash 16, buy generic everything. Bob's toothpaste, cereal, batteries, and even allergy meds. Generic. Same ingredients, less money, except peanut butter. He refuses to compromise there. Respect. Tip hash 17, sell before you buy new gadget. Bob has to sell something first. He sold an old speaker and earned $60 before buying a used tablet for $40. Net win, profit and less clutter. Tip hash 18, plan a no-spend weekend. Every month Bob goes full monk mode 1 weekend a month. No eating out, no online shopping, no driving unless necessary. He reads, walks, declutters, maybe stares at the ceiling. And somehow it feels amazing. Tip hash 19. Eat the same breakfast every day. Bob eats oatmeal. Every day. Boring, yes. Cheap, also yes. He jazzes it up with fruit or cinnamon if he's feeling wild. Tip hash 20. Learn the art of DIY everything. Haircuts, oil changes, picture frames. Bob's got a YouTube PhD. It's not always pretty, but his bank account looks great. Tip hash 21. Go thrift shopping like it's a treasure hunt. Bob once found a $120 jacket for $7. He strutted out like a Wall Street wolf on a squirrel budget. Tip hash 22. Unplug electronics when not in use. TVs, chargers, game consoles, they suck power even when off. Bob uses a power strip and flips it off like a boss. Tiny habit, big energy savings. Tip hash 23. Repair your shoes instead of tossing them. His boots, worn out. Instead of new ones, he got them resold for $25. They're basically immortal now. Tip hash 24. Choose walking over driving when you can. Bob walks to the store now, saves gas, gets steps in and waves at squirrels. Win-win-win. Tip hash 25. Always bring snacks. Never leave the house without almonds or granola bars. Bob saved at least $150 dodging airport or gas station snack traps. Tip hash 26. Use discount gift cards to shop sites like Raise and Card Cash. Let you buy gift cards at a discount. Bob got a $100 card for $85. Boom! Built-in savings. Tip hash 27. Do annual price checkups on bills. Every January, Bob calls his internet and insurance providers to renegotiate. Last year, he knocked $40/month off just by asking. Companies know you forget. He didn't. Tip hash 28. Join a Buy Nothing group. Bob scored a microwave, 3 books, and a potted plant, free. All from neighbors giving stuff away. Facebook groups, Reddit, local forums, they're treasure maps. Tip hash 29. Make birthdays about experiences, not stuff. Instead of gifts, Bob now hosts potlucks, game nights, or park picnics. Everyone has fun, no one goes broke, and there's always cake. Tip hash 30. Don't skip the doctor. Okay, hear this one out. Bob used to avoid appointments like the plague, but here's the deal. Catching a health issue early saves you way more than skipping a copay. So now he gets his teeth cleaned, checks his eyes, and even braves the dermatologist. Because that little mole, better safe than bankrupt. And with that, we've made it halfway through. Bob's gone from avocado slicer addict to frugal living legend, and we're just getting warmed up. Because the next 20 tips, they're where it really gets good. There's one trick Bob uses that literally made him $500 in a weekend, and another one that helped him retire a microwave, on purpose. That's coming up in part 2. Let me know which tip you're trying first. And hey, maybe you've got a sneaky money hack Bob hasn't heard of yet. Drop it in the comments. Ready for the rest? Let's keep going. Alright, Bob, you've ditched the avocado slicer. You're cooking with random frozen broccoli. You've even stared at a ceiling during a no-spend weekend. But now, it's time to take it to the next level. Let's roll into the final 20 frugal tips that actually work, including the one where Bob made $500 in a single weekend with nothing but junk in his closet. Tip hash 31. Do a closet clean-out sale. Bob pulled out everything he hadn't worn in over a year, took a few nice pics and listed them on Poshmark and Facebook Marketplace. Old flannels, $10, vintage sneakers, $40, that band tee from 2006, apparently a collector's item, total haul, $520 in one weekend. Tip hash 32, make leftover remix meals. Bob no longer sees leftovers as sad fridge dwellers. Yesterday's stir-fry, it's today's burrito filling. Pasta from last night, add eggs and cheese. Hello, budget breakfast bake. Tip hash 33, switch to a prepaid phone plan. Bob was paying $80 a month for unlimited everything. Now he uses a $125/month prepaid plan and doesn't even notice the difference. Savings, $660/year. More importantly, he doesn't fund a yacht for his phone company CEO anymore. Tip hash 34, learn to say no, nicely. Bob's friend invited him to a $90 sushi birthday dinner. He said, hey, I'd love to celebrate with you another time. Mind if we do a coffee hangout instead? Boom, still a great friend, still has $75. Tip hash 35, delay big purchases until Sales Bob uses Honey, Camel, and other tracking tools to wait out big buys. That $300 blender, got it for $189 during a Black Friday sale? Patience pays, literally. Tip hash 36, opt out of marketing emails. Every promo email is a tiny digital siren song. Bob unsubscribed from all of them. No more flash sales luring him in. No more 25% off if you buy in the next 14 minutes. Panic clicks. Tip hash 37, make a use it up challenge. Before buying new stuff, Bob challenges himself to use up everything, the half bottle of shampoo, the random lotion samples, the weird rice mix in the back of the cabinet. Turns out, he has a month of supplies hiding in plain sight. Tip hash 38, use store pickup to avoid impulse buys. Instead of walking into Target and blacking out in the home decor aisle, Bob shops online, selects store pickup, and grabs only what he needs. No cart, no candles, no regrets. Tip hash 39, create a fun budget for guilt-free spending. Bob sets aside $50/month for guilt-free fun. If he wants to blow it all on movie tickets and fancy popcorn, go for it. The trick is, if it's not in the fun budget, it waits. Tip hash 40, learn basic sewing skills. Hole in the sock, torn button, old pillowcase. Bob now has a little sewing kit and a YouTube degree in thread work. He's not launching a fashion line, but he's saving $100 SS a year. Tip hash 41, track every dollar for 30 days, just 1 month. That's all it took. Bob tracked every expense for 30 days and realized he spent $40 on gas station candy. Awareness equals sign change. He hasn't touched a mini Snickers since. Tip hash 42, use a capsule wardrobe. Bob has 3 pairs of jeans, 5 tops, and shoes that go with everything. No more standing at the closet yelling, "I have nothing to wear." He looks good. He spends less. Laundry day is a breeze. Tip hash 43, take advantage of free events. Bob's city has free museum days, concerts in the park, and library events. He checks local calendars and plans his fun like a boss. He even saw Shakespeare in the park once. Got a mosquito bite. Worth it. Tip hash 44, freeze leftovers in individual portions. Bob labels and freezes leftovers in single servings. Now he has a freezer full of emergency meals. It's like Uber Eats, but from past Bob and $0. Tip hash 45, keep a do not buy list. Bob has a sticky note on his computer. No more mugs, hats, or kitchen gadgets. It's not that he doesn't love them. It's just that he has 15, and he needs none. Tip hash 46, use rewards apps, religiously. Receipt, Hog, Fetch, Rakuten, gas rewards, grocery points. Bob's in them all. He's gotten $150 back this year just scanning receipts. Future Bob says thanks. Tip hash 47, learn basic car maintenance. Bob can now change his own wiper blades, air filter, and even his oil, with supervision. Saved himself hundreds. Also got to wear a grease-stained shirt proudly for a day. Tip hash 48, turn down the thermostat by 2 degrees, not enough to freeze, just enough to save. Bob throws on a hoodie and saves 10% on heating, cozy and clever. Tip hash 49, repurpose jars, bags, and boxes. Pasta jars become vases. Shoeboxes become drawer organizers. That nice candle jar? Bob turned it into a change jar. It's like a Pinterest board came to life. But frugal. Tip hash 50, value time over things. Bob realized the ultimate frugal hack. Stuff doesn't make him as happy as time. Time to rest, time with friends, time to build something. Frugality isn't just about saving money, it's about spending life wisely. So, in conclusion, Bob didn't win the lottery. He didn't invent some startup. He didn't move into a cabin and start making his own socks from alpaca wool, yet. What Bob did was simple. He stopped leaking money in 50 tiny places. And that turned into something massive, because when you stack 50 small wins, you end up with a lifestyle that feels free. Free from paycheck panic. Free from feeling behind. Free from the guilt that comes with every, oops, I spent too much again. And it's not just about money. It's about control, confidence, clarity. Bob knows exactly where his money is going. He knows he can handle an emergency. He knows that even if he's not rich, he's building a life that makes sense. Frugality isn't deprivation. It's precision. It's intention. It's crafting a life where your values, not your credit card, make the decisions. And here's the beautiful part. You don't have to do all 50 tips today. Pick 5. Try 10. Forget the ones that don't work for you. Because frugal living isn't about being perfect. It's about being better, one habit at a time. And if Bob can go from avocado slicer impulse buyer to financial freedom ninja, so can you. So here's the deal. Try 1 tip, just 1, today. Then come back and try another, and another. And if you've got your own secret sauce, drop it in the comments. If you want me to make other videos explaining these topics, please like and subscribe. Thanks for watching.